To start, a confession is required, however. Any numbers we assign to individuals' preferences on these conflicts are completely arbitrary. There is no intrinsic metric to political preferences for order or freedom or equality. So whether we assign a person's preferences on order versus freedom the number 11, the number 1,387,986, or an irrational number such as the square root of 2, is largely irrelevant. What does matter, however, is that the numbers make sense relative to one another and with respect to our goal of reflecting individuals' preferences on the order freedom and equality freedom conflicts. Usually it is best to keep the numbering system as simple as possible. Numbers that reflect a simple ordinal ranking of preferences will serve our purposes. Let's use a ranking system that ranges from -3 to +3, where negative values reflect individuals' preferences for freedom over either order or equality, and positive values reflect preferences for order or equality over freedom. Assigning these values makes a good deal of sense because saying that a person expresses a preference for order or equality over freedom is another way of saying that he or she advocates an increased role for government, that he or she believes government should assume more authority to maintain order or to promote equality. Saying a person expresses a preference for freedom over either order or equality is another way of saying that he or she advocates a decreased role for government, that he or she believes government should have less authority to maintain order or promote equality. Preferences assigned a value of 0 indicate indifference or a status quo orientation. Saying a person is indifferent with respect to order or freedom on the one hand, or with respect to equality or freedom on the other hand, is another way of saying that he or she advocates neither an increased or decreased role for government. If that is unclear, perhaps it will become clearer when we put our ranking scales into effect.